highlighter on top. But if you do it on your own, like you've got fabulous skin and you may not want to wear foundation every day. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I use it alone. Just I cover my dark circle, and I use this one only like it's for the moment.
Yeah. I love it too. Because it's not a foundation, I call it a complexion booster. It's like a highlighter and primer blended as one. What it will do is it will almost neutralize the skin, but give it life as well, which is what I think is so amazing. It really was the first of its kind. When Charlotte launched this, it really took the world by storm. There's nothing like it on the market, and I think people try to mimic it now, but you can't beat the original. I'm going to go in with a little bit of our Magic Vanish. Now this is shade 2, so this is a little bit more of a peachy tone, but I love this because it will neutralize her skin, even though she really has nothing to neutralize. I've cheated totally doing this. But I like to put this under the eye, and I like to do this first because when I have this on and then I pop on my foundation, you might find that you need very little concealer, if any. So I think it's nice to layer stuff up very lightly and add more rather than going straight in with concealer for the sake of it. So this one is shade 2. We've got 4 shades. I'm loving the background. Is that the boss again? Yes. Well, it's around in circles, isn't it? So I'm literally popping a tiny bit on, really light amount. The tiniest bit goes a very long way, sorry. Magic Vanish Color Corrector. 4 shades. The formulation is so thin, very velvety, it's absolutely amazing. So that's shade 2 if you want to take a little note of it. It's like a peachy tone. I also love shade 1. Shade 1 is the fairest, and I love to do it at the very end of my makeover because I think it just brightens up the under eye as a final touch, which looks amazing. And then I'm going to go in with 3 Cool in our Airbrush Foundation. Who's tried this? I think probably everyone. We love it?
Yes.
I absolutely love it. We've got 2 different foundations. So we've got Light Wonder, and then we've got our Airbrush Foundation. Now our Light Wonder Foundation is a water-based foundation, and it's a light coverage that's buildable. I wear it quite often, to be honest. I think it's really fresh and very easy. It looks like skin. This is our medium to full coverage, but again, you can kind of play with the formulation. But I like to say this is matte, but not flat. It still looks like skin. It feels lightweight, which is rare to say with a full coverage matte foundation. I'm using the tiniest amount because a little bit goes a long way. I'm sure you'll agree. Like, yeah. Have you learned? Did you apply a lot to start? Because I've seen people go in and I'm like, no! A little bit really goes a long way. And I'm using my Hollywood brush, which literally does everything in one brush. I love it. To really buff it in, the tiniest amount. My brush is pretty much dry. And then I'll go in and buff it. And I typically start with the center of the face because we tend to need the coverage in this area, not so much in this area. So start where you need it and then buff out the remaining. What do you love about this foundation?
That's full cover.
Yeah? Yes. In the middle of
It doesn't, flatten your face. It brings your face a very healthy glow.
Exactly. It literally gives you, as it says,